Have you ever been haunted by an almost? A dream that was so close, a conversation that nearly happened, an opportunity that slipped just out of your reach. How does that thought make you feel? Frustrated, regretful, or maybe unfinished? We often view our almosts as failures, missed chances, shameful secrets. But here's the thing. What if I told you those unfinished stories aren't failures, but fuel? The heartbeat that keeps us moving forward. Let me share a story with you. For years, I've lived in the almost. I created art pieces, speeches, debates, ideas, but I never submitted them. I froze. Why? Because I was scared. I was scared of not being good enough, and that held me back. I knew I had worked hard, but the waters in my mind always made me hesitate. So these pieces, they became my almosts, my unfinished stories. But yet the surprising part is that they never left me. They lingered, whispered, grew into frustration until one day I stopped asking myself, what if I fail? And I started asking myself, what if it's just good enough to try? And that tiny shift pushed me to complete my unfinished stories. And guess what? I achieved success in ways I never imagined. Looking back, I see now that my almost held more than regret. They held momentum, energy, vitality. It didn't stop me. It pushed me forward. It made me rethink, reimagine, and grow. And with that, they became some of the most unforgettable moments of my life. We often think of endings as finality, but there's a certain magic in the unfinished. I could have given up, but the idea of almost wouldn't let me. And let's be honest, I'm sure we've all had such moments. We've all had near misses that linger in our minds, things that almost happened what they could have been. They stay with us longer than the things we finish. But why is that they captivate us so much? Turns out, it's not just personal, it's psychological. We live in a world obsessed with completion. We celebrate clean endings and checked boxes. But what if vitality is about crossing the finish line? What is about the momentum, the energy that comes from knowing there's still more to do, more to discover? Psychologists even have a name for it, the Zeigarnik effect. Our minds remember unfinished tasks better than the completed ones. That is why an unsolved puzzle knocks at you at 2 a.m. And that is why open-ended stories feel so powerful. Our minds crave resolution, and that craving drives us to complete what's left undone. History is full of almost that changed the world. Leonardo da Vinci left countless works unfinished, yet his sketches, those incomplete ones, still inspire us centuries later. Franz Kafka's unfinished novels reshaped modern literature in a way tidy endings never could have. And well, let's be honest. Half of science is trying, failing, rethinking, and trying again. And then there is us, full of our own unfinished stories, dreams we have shelved, projects we have paused, questions we haven't answered. The magic isn't the final result. It's in the messy, unfinished process. Because almost is where our creativity, growth, and meaning truly lives. I mean, it is as simple as think about your favorite book or movie. What was the most intriguing part? The neat endings or the moments of uncertainty? The questions left unanswered? Creative minds, musicians, artists, writers, they all often thrive in the space of unfinished because that is where the magic is. It's in the unresolved tension, the unanswered questions that spark our imagination, pushing us forward to create and explore new possibilities. We often think regret is just about wishing the past were different. But maybe it's just really about how we make sense of the messy, unpredictable paths we walk. So, what if we stop viewing our almost as failures and started viewing them as fuel? Because each unfinished story has the power to push us forward, lead us, and teach us something, and take us somewhere far more meaningful than we had ever first imagined it to be. So what do we do with these unfinished stories? Instead of viewing them as incomplete, what if we started seeing them as open possibilities? Because the power of almost is what keeps us moving, growing, and evolving. Think about the unfinished stories in your life. Instead of viewing them with regret, view them as a part of your creative process, a journey still waiting to be discovered. Here's my powerful but simple equation to help you with your almost. Unfinished story, courage, one small step. That is what will help you turn your almost into achievements. Because what if the thing you never finished isn't a sign you gave up, but a sign that you're still growing? Vitality isn't by reaching the end of your story. It's knowing your story isn't over yet. And maybe, just maybe, the most powerful part of your story is the part that's still unfinished. So I'll leave you with this. What's your almost? The unfinished story you're ready to revisit, the one waiting for you to take the next small, courageous step. Thank you.